Yeah, but we have still a little bit of queue, yeah, of guests to attend our meeting.
Good morning, Engineer Amr. Sabah al-khair.
Good morning, Mai.
Good morning. How are you?
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Hello, good morning. Hello, Engineer.
So, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful good morning from the AHK, the German Arab Chamber of Industry and Commerce in Egypt. Today's meeting is about electronic transaction security, digital signatures in Egypt. A specific welcome goes to all guests from Egypt as well as from Germany. I'm very happy that you join us. Currently, we have 50 people in the meeting. We had like 85 registrations, so there will be certainly more people to be admitted during the next couple of minutes. Anyway, let's start. Egypt is witnessing a significant progress in implementing the economic growth agenda, which comes through the government's efforts to advance and expand in the digital transformation services and systems and develop its technical infrastructure. How digital signature is the way forward to completing the cycle of digitalization in Egypt is a topic, or is the main topic today. This session aims at showcasing and discussing the efforts, progress and shortcomings of the implementation of the digital signature in Egypt, while considering the rising opportunities and future directions. It is my sincere pleasure and honor to welcome not only our board member, Hoda Mansour, however, she is the managing director of SAP in Egypt. And Dr. Mansour has been appointed as SAP managing director in 2018 with an expanded responsibility to also cover Lebanon, Jordan, Yemen, Sudan, and Palestine in 2020. She is responsible for driving SAP's growth plan, including sales, marketing, operations, P&L, in addition to learning the efforts to drive SAP's global education and training platforms to help expand the digital ecosystems in these countries. In the last 3 years, her region achieved its best performance ever since the company establishment even during the very tough year of the COVID. Forbes acknowledged her leadership by recognizing her as one of the top 100 most influential women in the Middle East in 2018 and 2020, and as one of Forbes' top 50 power business women for 2021. Hoda, congratulations to your achievements. We are honored to have you as the moderator of this session. I'll pass the floor to you. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Jan, for the very warm welcome and a very good morning to our speakers and our guests. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and pleasure to be moderating the session today. I would like to introduce our first speaker, Engineer Amr Mahfouz, the CEO of Egypt's Information Technology Industry Development Agency, ITIDA. Engineer Amr holds the position of the Assistant Minister for Growth and Development and at the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, MCIT. Engineer Amr has extensive experience in the IT field, having spent 33 years in business development and transforming businesses through implementing different technologies. Mr. Mahfouz has a record of achievement and proven expertise in areas of digital transformation, business consulting, talent management, system integration, capacity building, and global operations in emerging markets. Prior to joining ITIDA in 2020, Mr. Mahfouz worked for IBM for over 33 years, where he has established strong business relationships and helped enterprises with different scale to reinvent their businesses and go-to-market strategies, and also drive the digital era. Over his career, Mr. Mahfouz held several executive and leadership roles where he championed the implementation of several large-scale projects across different industries like telcos, government, and banking. Mr. Mahfouz served as IBM's communication sector leader for Middle East and Africa out of Dubai, and the managing partner for Global Business Services country leader at IBM in Saudi Arabia. Mr. Mahfouz holds a Bachelor of Science in Engineering from Cairo University and a Master in Business Administration MBA from Maastricht School of Management in the Netherlands. I had the pleasure and honor to study together with Engineer Amr Mahfouz. We went together to the same school for our MBA, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome you today to lead the session. Please, over to you, Mr. Mahfouz. Sorry, Engineer Amr, you are on mute. You're still on mute, unfortunately. I'm afraid we cannot see you now. Maybe you have another speaker, external speaker. Or if you can hit the unmute button. I think Mr. Mahfouz had to drop and reconnect. So please allow us a minute. And I think it's a good opportunity also to have other guests joining while he's reconnecting. While we're waiting for Mr. Mahfouz to reconnect, I would like to encourage the audience. I know that it's a very important topic that we're discussing today, that if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat, and we will take your questions after the session, after the presentation by our guest speakers, Engineer Amr Mahfouz and Engineer Doaa.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you perfectly well.
Okay, so someone's not. So thank you, Hoda, for the very warm welcome. Thank you, Mr. Yan. So maybe as Hoda said, we did study together our MBA, but she was always top of the class. And we had to lean on her to study and to get her notes. We go together for a long time, also in the information technology industry. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will maybe take the chance here to talk more about Egypt digital transformation plan and digital transformation strategy. Then I will leave the floor to Mrs. Doaa to take us through the digital signature into more details. I'll try to share the screen now. Okay, can you see the screen?
We can see the screen at the moment, but if we can go into presentation mode, I believe it will be clearer.
Well, it is now full screen mode, I think.
Can you maybe stop sharing and try to share once again?
It's not clear.
Okay, I'll stop the sharing again from my side.
We can see the slides. I suggest that you try to go first in presentation mode and then share the presentation mode version, because we can only see, it is clear to us, but we can see the slide in edit mode actually. Yes, perfect.
Okay, so fine. Actually, the Ministry of Information and Communication in Egypt has been implementing the Digital Egypt strategy over the past 3 years. And this strategy has 3 pillars: digital innovation, digital skills and jobs, and digital transformation. So in each of these pillars, there are underlying initiatives, plans to make sure that these all come integrated and take us to the full digital economy. Underlying, we have the governance and legislative framework, we have the infrastructure of the ICT, and we have the overall inclusive digital economy from the different government departments. Now, I will just take you through a brief and maybe fast journey on what the government is trying to achieve here, because it lays the foundation of the follow-on discussion. Now, when we talk about the digital transformation and transforming the government to a digital government, this is basically a citizen-centric view. So we are now transforming the different government services across different departments to be digitalized. We have gone into pilot mode since July 2020. Now we have about 1 million registered users. We have different services automated, like notary services, traffic. Now you can know your traffic fines. Now you can do the renewal traffic or your licenses over the web. Subsidy cards as well is now fully automated. Subsidy is a big service in Egypt. Now the lawsuits as well is automated. Investments, you can establish your company through now the web and have full interface to the different government departments from the Digital Egypt platform. So the plan is maybe by the end of this year, we have now about overall 50 services. By next year, or by end of this year, we will grow to 100 services. By the end of 2022, probably we'll have more than 200 service automated. Of course, it's a massive project. It's huge. And there is a lot of effort from MCIT and from different government departments to transform manual work into automated, streamlining the processes and reviewing them as we go for the implementation. Now, this is not going to help us only to digitize services, but it will help us to tune the government policy and to tune the subsidy and our financial and pricing analysis for the future. So through the data, we have now what we call 360 view of the citizen. So we better tune our subsidy, make sure that it reached those who really are entitled for it. We do more targeted services, and it helps us more to understand how do we support the citizens going forward. So there is a lot of analysis, there is a lot of now data science, artificial intelligence model that help us to understand what we need to do over the next 5 years. Now, the second pillar is about the digital skills and creating jobs. And this is one of the mandates of ITIDA. So we have big programs to help our graduates and our IT professionals and even non-IT professionals to get certified, to get educated, and help them create jobs, whether locally or through offshoring or internationally. Also, we have now another project to put the right governance for our skills, our national skills. We have a skill database bank, which help us monitor the people that graduated from our programs and help them to do matchmaking with the different job seekers. And this is a feedback loop. So it helps us to better plan the next programs. Where do we want to target our training program? Should we go more for AI? Should we go for more data science, for digital marketing? With which numbers? So this is all work in progress to make sure that we have the full governance over the digital skills building. In 2019, we did train about 1,300 trainees. In 2020, we made a major jump. We trained about 120,000 trainees, and we partner with different big industry players, whether technology players or digital education players. We have IBM, we have Google, Huawei, and from the digital training, Udacity, Coursera. So our trainees have certificates from these credible names, which help us and helps them as well seek jobs both locally and internationally. We have different training and market creation initiatives. So we have a big initiative called Our Opportunity is Digital, which is basically stemming from our digital transformation journey. So all the effort that we are doing to transform the different government services into digital is creating opportunities for our local companies, whether they are multinational or local Egyptian companies. So all the projects of Digital Egypt is put on a web portal, and we are making them available for the companies operating here to bid for them and to get the work and help them create jobs. Also, another dimension, we are training our people more on freelancing, working from home, doing remote work internationally and locally. We are providing them with training on freelancing skills, whether how to write the CV, how to negotiate a contract, and of course, before that, giving them the right technical training in different tracks, and we help them to get engaged with the big freelancing platforms like freelance.com, like Upworks, and the likes. So from an industry perspectives, the IT industry here and our offshoring, we are big on offshoring. So we have the business process outsourcing, which is basically serving call centers internationally and in the region. We have big business process outsourcing business. We are ranked number 14 over the world. We provide also complete process outsourcing like accounting, finance, HR, supply chain management, and in multilingual pattern. So we have English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, and during the coming period, we'll be focusing more on educating our graduates German language to meet the demand and create more opportunities with our German counterparts. IT outsourcing like cloud application migration, mobile apps, cybersecurity is also big in our agenda. Knowledge process outsourcing, change management, program management, providing legal services, embedded software, electronics design. So we have initiatives in all these areas, and we are hosting, as we will see later, big multinational companies who are outsourcing work to Egypt and working out of Egypt to serve markets outside Egypt. So we have a large talent pool, and this is one of the advantages in Egypt. We have about 500,000 annual graduates from different disciplines from our universities. 50,000 out of them are IT related. So this is coming fresh each year to our workforce. And overall, the compensation or the annual salaries in Egypt is very low compared to other similar jobs in Europe or in Eastern Europe or even in Africa. So a junior developer in Egypt will cost about $7.5K per year, which is a fraction of the cost for other markets. So low cost labor, skilled labor is a definite competitive edge that we have. So we have, as I said, big training initiatives that help us more tune the skills of our graduates. We have Egypt Future Work is Digital,